The first thing to give was Germany. As British economist John Maynard Keynes predicted, German society collapsed under the pressure to meet its reparations schedule. To acquire the foreign currencies necessary to pay its reparations, Germany pumped more and more Deutschmarks onto the foreign exchange markets. This caused the Deutschmark's value to plummet, and in 1921, hyperinflation broke out and laid waste to Germany for 2 years. One international economic conference had already been convened in Brussels in 1920, and now a second one was called in Genoa in 1922 to stop the situation from spiraling any further. These conferences were essentially the forerunners of the Bretton Woods meetings after World War II. In fact, many of the aims and principles the IMF and World Bank endorsed in Bretton Woods came from these post-World War I meetings. Next came the Dawes Plan in 1924 and the Young Plan in 1929 to rearrange Germany's continued payments to the Allies. But no matter how many meetings were convened, these were only temporary fixes. There's only so much you can do when the situation itself is untenable. Back in Germany, the costs of imports and paying foreign currency debts skyrocketed in lockstep with the Deutschmark's decline. The economy was crushed by the weight of reparations and bankrupted by the largest inflation in history. The German middle class was destroyed. The destruction of the German economy and society ultimately paved the way for the rise of fascism. Thanks for watching this episode on what caused the German hyperinflation and what it in turn led to. It's also an episode of a larger series breaking down Super Imperialism, the economic strategy of American empire, by economist and Professor Michael Hudson. If you want to understand the economics that drive history and what's happening currently in the world, I highly recommend checking out Professor Hudson's book. Stay tuned for part 28.